So I'm at KK Mall to grab some grocery. Today is Sunday, and the grocery store is supposed to be BLT. 20th of March, and it is deserted, completely deserted, so anyway, need to go through this, check, then talk to you guys in a bit. Cheers, bye-bye. So went through the process of getting checked, got into the mall, totally empty. This is crazy, man. This is New York level, shut down the city. This is a city with a complex logistics, complex network of transport and infrastructure, and it's amazing how it's been able to simply shut down to this level. It's unbelievable, actually. Totally unbelievable. Anyway, so let's get our lettuce first. I gotta do this. Talk to you in a bit. I'm driving. I can only rely on the navigation because some of the routes have been shut down. So without relying on the navigation system, I will basically not be able to get my way around. So the navigation system in the city has been updated to only provide routes that are open between different locations, which is pretty smart. So they're using data to drive data, which is really what you should be doing, really. The platforms provide all the capabilities. Why not leverage the platforms as a basis to organize and manage population in a way that effectively, delivers the agenda that you would like to achieve, and which is in this case, really being able to control the spread of the virus, manage people, traffic, and effectively be able to police, for what you would call a peaceful sort of process, which is really a very smart way to manage society in a modern era. Use data to generate data, manage data to manage outcomes. So really, this is really a very effective way, and without using the navigation platform, I would perhaps have met a couple of roadblocks, or would be completely frustrated because I wouldn't be able to get to the grocery store to pick up grocery. But on the other side of the whole conundrum, I didn't necessarily need to drive. I could have used a platform also to order food, and then of course be able to take delivery of it, right at the facility where I stay. The only reason I decided to drive out is because, first of all, the car has been packed for the past 7 days, and the battery pretty much had been draining without any use. A couple of the systems in the car require, standby battery power, and therefore I needed to pretty much be able to, get it on the road, drive for a bit, so that those systems basically get charged from the main battery. So these systems have basically used auxiliary power. So really, it is a pretty fantastic process. If I really wanted to stay home and order in, I could have, and not just ordering in food. I could have ordered vegetables or any of the ingredients that I would need to essentially be able to cook. But just again, because I wanted to have the car go on the road and sort of to not let the battery drain in a way that it is not useful. That's the only reason why I had to drive out. Other than that, there was practically no need to. Okay, so I need to do a bit of I think route this way in order to be able to get through that. Yeah. Yeah, so I think the main reason I'm making this blog is to share the way a city can use data to drive data and then manage data to manage society in an effective way. Which I hope a lot of places could do. Other than Japan, perhaps South Korea, maybe Singapore, Shenzhen, a few places in China. Not necessarily everywhere in China, but a few places in China, and one of them being significantly Shenzhen, where a lot of the concept of digital is really embedded into the way the city runs itself, runs facilities, and then is able to use that to improve population management and the experience of the city, more or less. So it's really it's really fantastic thing. And again, I didn't have to go out, but just because of the fact that this is an electric car, basically, I could have equally left it, to run completely to zero with regards to the battery, and I could have charged it again at the facility. But the idea was to ensure that the auxiliary systems in the car, which also have their own batteries but depend on the main battery, could be charged, just by driving around. So really, it's a sort of a very intriguing network of both business models and operating models all working together, which is a fantastic thing, to have in a city. People rely on their livelihood, the livelihood being what they do, what they produce, but yet you can let that happen in a way that does not put too much undue pressure on citizens. There is pressure, all right, there is no doubt about that, but the pressure, it would have been completely unmanageable if they hadn't used data, or if they hadn't brought in a much more smarter way to handle the impact of shutting down the city, more or less. So that's a bit of what I wanted to share today. I'm now heading back home after finishing my shopping. The shopping mall was practically shut down except for the grocery facility, and of course, again, I could have ordered all these that I got directly on a platform on my mobile phone, but decided to not, because again, I wanted to sort of get to have the car charge the auxiliary systems. So yeah, that's it. Talk to you on the next one.